Hello and welcome to the Mega Mirror Live. We've got a great show lined up for you today. I have been to the depths of YouTube hell and sold my soul to the demon, the Irish demon that is. I will be talking with this amiable minotaur of the tubes and getting to know a bit more about him and his awesome channel. So if you've been wanting to meet a demon who hates the heat and gets a sunburn from a flashlight, then you don't want to miss this one. So grab your drinks, have a seat, and prepare for the gates of YouTube hell to open when we come back. Can I get some
Yep.
thumbs up in the chat if we're coming through okay?
We all good?
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, so I guess we're not going to be introducing you then, eh, Taddy? All right, so for those of you who are just joining us, sorry about the technical issue, but I think we're all good to go now.
Good to go.
Today we are featuring the Lord of the YouTube underworld, Mr. Irish Demon. We're going to have a look at his channel and some of the videos he's done and get to know him a little bit better. So let's do that again. Hello, Irish. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here. I've been looking forward to it all week. Oh, 2 weeks almost now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been really looking forward to this stream. It's going to be a lot of fun having a look back over some of the older videos and some of the moments over the past couple of months. Got a goblet full of goat's blood here, ready to go, ready to give my offering to the underworld of YouTube.
Awesome. And also joining us, handling the questions from the viewers, Miss Amy Hogan. How are you, Amy?
I am doing great. Thank you. I'm so excited about today. We've got, this is a lot of fun learning about new creators and everything and getting to know them better. And it's nice to meet you, Irish Demon.
And you too.
Yeah, I've been
Thank you.
following him for a little while now, ever since I met him on Keela's stream a month or two back.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that. Was that the birthday stream or the 1000 stream?
I think that was an impromptu stream
Oh
before
yeah,
for
I remember
1,000
that.
special or something.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good stream.
Oh
And
yeah, that was
also,
great.
we've got the man in the machine. I don't know if he's coming through, but Taddy Bogle is running the show, and he's keeping everything going. So, Taddy, you think you can pop through, or okay? Looks like Taddy's still having some audio issues getting through. So, we'll just say thanks for handling the bells and whistles and keeping us on the air. So, all right, Irish. I've been looking forward to this. I got a few questions for you and kind of get to know you a little bit better
Absolutely,
and
shoot
help
away
help the folks get to know who Irish is.
for sure.
So first of all, usually I start with what prompted you to start your channel?
Um, so I used to run a channel about weight loss and food addiction and that kind of thing, and it was pretty popular, and I really enjoyed doing YouTube. And I eventually ended up actually completely getting rid of that channel when I started my new job and I was really busy. And one of my passions in life has always been space travel and science and all that kind of thing. And how it all came to the fore for me was watching a few YouTube videos about space shuttle and the horrific Columbia disaster and all of these things, and seeing some of the comments in there. And then
Yeah.
I started to look into it a bit more, and I saw the that Netflix special, that comedy that they did about flat Earth. And then I was like, okay, I've got to get a piece of this. I've been involved with conspiracy theorists in the past and sovereign citizens, that kind of thing. So I just jumped on it, and I eventually came across the couple of the Facebook groups, and then I saw the infamous Nathan Thompson shouting at kids in the school playground video, and that was my very first video. I was like, I'm on this. I'm going to jump on this, and I just fell into it and fell in love with it, and met some awesome people along the way, and have enjoyed doing it every day since.
So flat Earth and conspiracy theory, that's really become the focus of your channel now.
It has for the moment, and I guess we will see kind of where it develops from here. A lot of it is because of my disbelief that people can actually believe in this stuff.
Yeah, no
um,
kid.
I grew up in a small village in the south of Ireland, in a valley, so we have no cell signal and essentially no internet. So I grew up without internet, and I remember coming across conspiracy theories and found them fascinating, ancient aliens and the JFK stuff and the moon landing stuff. And I myself fell down the rabbit hole to some extent. But I remember after, looking into these things for a while, kind of thinking, this is ridiculous. And speaking to my dad about it, and he was like, think about how many people need to be involved in these conspiracies when, all of these things get released at some stage, and there's still nothing strong, no strong evidence. And so yeah, I can see how people fall into it, but with the availability of knowledge that is there now, there's no excuse for it. You Anybody, as Elon Musk says, you don't need to go to university anymore. You can learn everything you need to do online, as long as you go to the right places for it. So there's no excuse for that level of just silliness, frankly. So
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been on YouTube?
So my last channel I started about 5 or 6 years ago. And that was a very casual kind of thing. I used to just do like daily vlogs and that kind of thing. And I stopped that about 2 years ago, and I've been back kind of doing this stuff now for about 3 months, maybe 2.5, 3 months. Yeah,
So
yeah, about that. Yeah.
as a content creator, you're still relatively new.
Oh, absolutely. My primary kind of entertainment is YouTube anyway. I don't watch like TV. I watch very little Netflix and stuff. So
Okay.
I've been in YouTube land, I guess, for continuously for about 6 years. But
Yeah.
as a flat Earth and conspiracy theory content creator, I'm very new,
Yeah.
very.
So how has your YouTube experience been as a content creator?
Oh, it's been incredible. At the start, I've got to admit, I was not, I wouldn't say nervous. I deal with very difficult people every day, so I'm well able to handle myself and conduct myself, in that kind of way. But I've seen how vicious some of these conspiracy theorists can get when they're backed into a corner. Hence
Mhm.
why a lot of people are very careful what they say and do because they don't want it to be twisted and to be used against them. So, for example, we had a gentleman, I won't name him or anything like that, but in a group that I'm involved with, who received some horrific threats recently just for posting some information online. Things about his kids and his wife and all that stuff. So I know how dangerous it can be. So that was one of the first challenges. But when I started to see the overwhelming support from, people that follow the debunking community versus the lack of support that flat earthers and other conspiracy theorists got, it gave me the confidence to continue to push the boundaries a little bit and start making a little bit more aggressive moves in terms of taking down, people's channels essentially and just ripping them apart and going
Mhm.
that way about it. But I do try to be nice. That's always my thing. I try to be as nice as I can. But when people are ridiculously stupid or dangerous, I just call it out. I don't care. At that point, I just
Absolutely.
kind of it goes out the window. Then the niceness goes out the window.
Absolutely. Well, being an Irishman, what is it that brought you to Australia?
So my partner, we've been together 10 years tomorrow. My birthday was the day we got together. So 10 years tomorrow. But she was actually born here in Western Australia. But she is Irish. Her mom and dad are Irish, and she lived most of her life there. So it was always on the cards for us to come here. And, things in Ireland, it's not that bad. I mean, we're certainly not a poor country. Our social welfare system and our medical system is good compared to most places in the world. But that
Mhm.
for me, I'm a very enthusiastic person, and I've been through some pretty rough times in my life with illness, and I lost the use of my left eye and all of these issues, and I figured, you know what, you only get one shot at life. So
Yeah.
if I can go to, and it was really easy for us to come here, for me to get my citizenship cost like 30 grand or whatever, but it was worth it because I've got a comfortable life. I'm blessed in that regard, really. I live in a lovely house in a beautiful gated community, and I remember yesterday we were talking about maybe in a couple of years, looking at buying like one of the new Teslas, and I'm kind of sitting there thinking, to be in a position where you have the opportunity to get a job where you could afford a Tesla or afford a nice lifestyle, was worth coming here for. But then again, being away from family, I've got a lot of young nieces and nephews, and being away from them is rough. So it's a
Yeah.
bit of a balancing act, really. But it's an amazing place. Western Australia is just one of a kind. It's
Yeah.
it's stunning. It's stunning.
That's kind of how I feel about being here in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I miss Canada. I miss it a lot, but
Oh
it
yeah.
was a good, smart move for me to be here. I
Absolutely.
mean, yeah, I've
Absolutely.
been here almost 16 years, 17 years.
I've never been to that part of the world at all. The only part of Asia I've ever been in is Hong Kong, which I don't think that I'll ever be able to go back to because of recent developments there. But it's somewhere I'd love to go to. Vietnam and Thailand. That's my two go tos. I think I'd love that.
Well, if you ever do make it to Vietnam, you give me a shout and
Oh,
I'll
for
show you
sure.
around.
I'm a
Absolutely.
history guy, so I'll definitely love to check out Vietnam. That's for sure.
Cool.
Um,
Well, sorry.
no, sorry. Go ahead. I was just making noises.
I just wanted to briefly check in with Amy and see if there's any questions from the side chat. Amy?
Yes, we actually do have a couple.
Oh, great.
Dick Dawson, yeah, Dick Dawson asks, ask Demon why in hell he put shit like that hot sauce in his own body.
You know,
And then
I asked myself that question too.
you
I
ask
see
you,
potholes in the chat. I have it right here. So my brother rang me the other day. Now my oldest brother, he is well able for hot sauce and things like that. He puts Tabasco on everything, and he rang me, and he said, "Oh, I just saw your video, you pussy. You couldn't manage it, blah blah blah." So he has a friend that had a similar sauce, not the exact same one, but it is a Carolina Reaper based sauce. And he tried it out and he rang me back this morning and he was like, I owe you a massive apology. He was like, I now realize why you were the way you were in that video. So yeah, and that wasn't even the hot one, like the one I have. It was like the half hot one. So Johnny O, that's one thing for any of you guys out there. Johnny O is an awesome content creator. He's a member of the Four Beardsmen as well, and he's a great guy, really good buddy, good fun. But do not ever go into a bet against that guy because he will make you burn your face off. Basically, I must be the only demon that can't handle the heat at all. Sunburn and hot sauce. That's the kind of demon I am.
There you go.
there you go. And then the next one was Crafty Keela asks, did he wear his glasses on the stream because he knew
I
I'd be
did.
here?
I did. It's really funny because Crafty messaged me just before I came on, and I was sat right here, had all my stuff, my demon goblets and my vape and all this stuff ready to go, and then I saw Crafty message me about something else. I was like, glasses, because I always forget my glasses. So yeah, I would be blind now without Crafty. So thank you, Crafty.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Do we
And
have
that's
any
it.
other? Okay. Yeah.
Just a comment from the plot hole. He says, "Much love to the demon and all of the work."
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, myself and Johnny O, we're kind of in it together. I think from day one, pretty much. We started making videos around the same time, and we just have a really good chemistry, on our channel. And then JL Warren got involved, and PhD Tony, and we just, as a group, we have a lot of fun together. We have a show every Sunday called the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, the Four Beardsmen of the Apocalypse. And so for now, we're going to be jumping it between my channel, Johnny O's channel, JL's, and PhD Tony. So we're going to do a week each and keep it circulating between the four channels, and so that's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm going to
That's
try.
awesome. I kind of
Sorry, just going to say.
I kind of have the same feeling about the shills. We have a good group. I gel with everybody there.
Oh yeah,
Dick Dawson is probably one of my best friends on YouTube, and
awesome.
and the guy just
Big voice, Dawson.
He's at home when he's on the show.
He's got an incredible voice, Dick Dawson.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
amazing
guy. And I gotta give kudos to Johnny O though. I saw the video today, or was it yesterday, where he actually did the Vegemite. Good on you, Johnny O.
And his wife did it too, which was awesome.
Yeah. We get JL and team to do it.
I'm looking forward to seeing Team's reaction because I've got a feeling he's a little bit more sensitive to food. I think JL will appreciate the strangeness of it. So I'm interested to see what happens there. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So kudos to Johnny O from the plot hole. Well done, sir. You kept your end of the deal.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Are you coming through now, Taddy? Hello?
Hello. Yes, you can hear me on stream. Good shot. It worked.
Oh, good. There you go, folks. Taddy is through, and he's a talking man, talking potato. How are you, brother?
Oh, good, man. Oh, good. Finally managed to get something set up in the background here. So just half a bottle of whiskey down, but it was worth it.
Cool. Well, it's a good thing because I was just about to ask you if you're ready with the first video.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the first video I want to go over, we're going to play it first, and then we'll have a little bit of a back and forth with Irish. And this is from someone we have both have issues with, Mr. Matthias, the walking witless. So why don't you roll that, Taddy, and we'll do our questions afterwards.
Hey guys, I am back with another quick-ish video. I hope, depends on how deep this goes. So I put out a call on Facebook and asked people to send in any videos or anything that they wanted me to have a chat about. This one was sent in to me. It is by a guy called Matthias, the Walking Witness. So this is called Bible versus Heliocentrism Test. Okay, so I'm guessing he's going to do an experiment of some description. So, all right, let's just quickly have a look at the comments. So it has overwhelmingly been disliked, but that doesn't really mean anything. I've seen that happen before. So he has he's pinned his own comment at the start. He said, if you're going to do nothing but troll the comment section with 1, ad hominem attacks, false claims. Well, it depends on what you call a false claim. I would say claiming that the earth is flat is a false claim. You might disagree. So regurgitations that you blindly accepted and haven't proven yourself, says a flat earther. But at least he is doing an experiment, so you got to give him that. Make a comment on the video that has nothing to do with the video. Then your comment will be removed. If you're going to claim that gravity, then you best show me your own demonstration of this gravity. Sure. There's your gravity. Fucking density. I have a very low tolerance for mindless trolls. Oh no. If you ask a legitimate question, I'll do my best to answer it. Okay, I'm not going to read any more because I think it's going to give away the video. Alright guys, let's get stuck into this together and let's see what kind of a rabbit hole this brings us down. That didn't fucking work, did it? See, this is a problem. I'm using my phone here. I've really got to do this properly.
What I'm going to do with the test, I'm going to have 2 rocks. You're going to have 2 chances for water to stick to a rock. And over here we have a glass pickle jar twisted into the ground. So let's get things started.
Okay, so he just, I'm just paused like a little bit through. So he spent what appears to be 4 to 6 years pouring some water on a fucking stone for some reason, and he put a jar upside down on the grass. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where he's gonna go with this.
Look, it's already getting moisture inside. Now we wait. As you can see, that rock is starting to lose the water molecules from it. Meanwhile, the glass jar is creating its own moisture, and these rocks are not even being spun. That glass firmament dome's looking pretty solid. Meanwhile, the heliocentricism is losing faith.
Okay. So that's 5 minutes of my life I'm never getting back. I literally stood here, watched a guy pour water on some fucking stones and stand and look at them. Way to go, mate. You proved that water evaporates. Oh, you know what? I think what he's trying to prove is that because the jar is an enclosed container and the stones aren't, that the water is evaporating within the jar and coming back down. Oh, please don't let that be what he's trying to fucking say. Alright, let's find out.
Kind of reminds me of how an an enclosed ecosystem works.
All right, guys. So what this person has shown is, you know, the kind of thing you learn in school as like a fucking 6-year-old. It's really basic stuff. Jesus. Sorry. I need some more of this. Okay, so not yet. So what he's shown is he's got 2 fucking rocks and poured water on them, and the water evaporated, which is standard. That's how that works. And in the upturned jar, the water evaporates and stays in the jar. So the conclusion that he's come to is that because water sticks to the inside of a fucking jar, that means there must be a big dome or a big jar over the top of us. So the water evaporates, it goes up. The higher you get from the ground, the colder it gets. We know this. This is a fact. You go up a fucking mountain, it's pretty damn cold. The water molecules basically stick together because it's colder or something. And then they gather up into a cloud. Usually it starts off as a white cloud. That's not heavy enough for the rain to fall yet because the droplets are still very independent. Then you get the nimbostratus cloud, which is your big black rain cloud. It gets too heavy and then it rains. This is standard. This is really basic stuff. Like, I don't even really remember it that well. All it proves is that warm water turns into gas and then gets stuck inside a system. It's called a water cycle. This is basic. I'm sorry, this is really basic stuff. Like, you don't need to know much. I remember learning this in primary school or elementary school, whatever you want to call it. You don't need a roof. It doesn't have to hit a roof and then drop down. You can see the clouds. If you've ever been in an aircraft and gone above the clouds and you're flying over a rain cloud, perfect example. The last time I went home to Ireland, I flew in to Dublin, and it was such a beautiful day where we were up above the clouds. Blue sky, sun, gorgeous. Flying along, and then we dipped down into the clouds, and guess what happened when we got under the clouds? It was raining. How about that? So that blows your whole point out completely. Experiment, we have something to work with here. And then I saw the rocks and he started pouring water on it, and I'm thinking, hold on a second, where is he going with this? And then he took out the jar and I was like, oh god. So he's going to prove that evaporation is a thing. And somehow, because evaporation is a thing that exists, in a closed system on glass, that means that this is exactly what has to be happening in the atmosphere. The simple thing is, if you've ever been on an aircraft, you can disprove this immediately. It's as simple as that. As I was saying, when I was flying into Dublin, the sky was blue. It was beautiful. And there's obviously no clouds above us because, there's not enough pressure and all the rest of it. And we're up there and we're looking down, and I said, I think it's actually going to be raining on the ground. And right enough, we went through the clouds and it was lashing. And so I was like, that's proof right there. You don't need it to hit a glass roof. Just even the concept of it having to hit a glass roof, it would mean that if it's a dome, it would have to run down the side of a dome, and it would all gather on the outside. Maybe that's how the ice wall was built. Who knows?
Oh, don't get me started there. I remember this guy, man. I had an altercation with him, or we did, on Dick Dawson's World Modern Feud channel. He was on there spouting off, and oh man, we all just got so pissed with this guy. It was unbelievable.
This is the same guy that said, I like science, but I was not smart for it. Imagine saying I'm not smart for it. It's like, no shit.
Yeah. He went on and on about education and indoctrination.
It's
Got me so
unbelievable.
pissed off. I went and made a video about it.
There you go. You know, the thing is, right? My attitude's always the same. Like, first of all, I mean, you don't have to go to university and stuff to be considered intelligent or educated. Like my father is one of the smartest men that I know. And he has a profound knowledge of the world around him, but he's not formally educated at all. He left school at a very young age. And the thing is, if somebody just doesn't know stuff or isn't educated in a certain thing, I've got no problem with that. And if they want to learn, I'll teach them if I know, or I'll put them in the right direction, because I believe in education, be it, you know, formal or just doing it yourself. But it's when people that don't have an education clearly don't understand the concepts that they're talking about, but it's essentially the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah.
And then they put out these videos saying, this is what it is, because I don't understand how it actually works. So this is what it is. It's like, you know, and that just drove me insane. I was like, I'm not having this shit, because
no kidding.
their concepts are easy to understand if you don't question them. You know, oh, well, yeah, there's a glass dome. That's why we're all here. Okay, cool. I don't need to look into that any further now, because there's this easy explanation. Because the scientific approach can be a little bit difficult for people to grasp, myself included. A lot of stuff that, you know, like MC Toon and Professor Phil Bell and PhD Tony, a lot of the stuff they say goes way over my head. And I would probably never be able to understand most of it. But that's the problem with a lot of these guys. They don't understand any of it, even the basic stuff. So therefore, if it's out of their grasp and out of their understanding, it must be fake, and it must be some kind of conspiracy. So yeah, I just had to fight back at that, because people out there who are trying to learn are getting all this misinformation, and they fall down these rabbit holes, and we all know what happens from there on.
Yeah, that's what gets me the most, is that they actively, willfully avoid learning it.
Yes, that's right. And then not only that, but they have this dogmatic view of the real science behind it, and they tell people that science is wrong when they themselves don't even understand that science, so they can't possibly say it is wrong. So yeah, it's irritating, but you know,
it is. Hey, Taddy, you were in that stream on the World Model Feud channel, weren't you?
Oh, I think so, but I was very, very drunk.
You'd have to be.
Oh.
How about you, Amy? Were you there?
Yes, I believe I was. Yes, I was there. And oh my gosh, I think I was silent most of that stream, because I was just in awe of of how he was acting, and his monumental stupidity.
Oh, I couldn't agree. Do we have any questions video from the viewers?
We actually have a super chat, if I may. It's from Elia Moon for $5. Says, sending love to all the EiE Network people, great people, and the Four Beardsmen. I appreciate all you're doing. Thank you so much, Elia.
Thanks, Elia. We love you too.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else from the side chat?
No, so far so good. That's what I've got so far. But yep.
Very good. Well, I do have a question for you, Irish.
Go ahead.
Aside from the walking witless here, of all the flirts you've dealt with so far, which one has irritated you the most?
I think it will come as no surprise to say Nathan Thompson definitely irritates me more than anybody on this whole planet. I just view the guy as one of the most deplorable human beings I've come across, and I couldn't believe his behavior all through the time I've been on Facebook. Not just the dogma and the fake science that he produces, but just his attitude. He is just the epitome of a narcissist, and he abuses people. Well, what's the word there's a word I'm looking for, and I can't quite get to it, but he uses people, and I genuinely think that he doesn't believe the earth is flat. This is a money-making thing. He's a grifter. Just as an example, On his Instagram the other day, he put up a picture of his previous clients for his brain training program. I got my brain training hammer here somewhere. But he has his brain training program to help you lose weight. Now, I've studied in depth about food addiction and weight loss and all that kind of stuff. And there's very little about weight loss that I don't know because I've tried and done it all. So when I saw this stuff, and I saw this ad where he had this guy who, had a beer belly. And then in the next picture, he's got like 6-pack abs and really cut, really built. And he said, this was after, a couple of weeks of, brain training, whatever. And then I saw a comment pop up from the guy who actually owned the photo. He was like, who are you and why are you using my photo? So he ended up banning the guy, deleting the post, and then he put it back up again. And one of the people that commented, giving a review of his brain training was like, oh, this has been great for me. I can feel the power in my body now and all of this kind of stuff. And it turned out that person was actually Shelley Lewis. So it's like, that's convenient. He tried to block the name out, but he didn't do a good job of it. It was pretty obvious that it was Shelley Lewis. So yeah, it's and he's just like the thing he said the other day about the first grader, and then he confirmed that it was actually the teacher that he's dating and not a first grader. But he's now teaching that first grade teacher how to teach the kids about flat Earth, which is scary.
That is more than scary. That's horrifying. That is absolutely horrifying.
Oh, it is. It is.
But a point that you made just earlier is the narcissism, the personal incredulity, the thing that they think they have a mind greater than those who actually do the science, and that they can
absolutely right.
Yeah.
I came across a thing the other day, actually. There's a list of the kind of traits of a narcissist, and it was just spot on. It was like absolutely spot on. I've actually got it here. Hold on, where is it? I lost it, of course. No, sorry, I lost it. I'll find it again if we can bring it back up later. I'll read out what was on that list.
See, number one must believe in flat Earth.
Yes. Actually, I've got it. I've actually got it here. If you guys want me to briefly read it out, and if this doesn't describe Nathan Thompson, my mom's a psychologist, so I actually showed her a few of his videos, and she was like, "He's a narcissist, no question." So the first one, an exaggerated sense of self that doesn't match reality. No question there. Fantasies of greater power, beauty, brilliance, charm, success, and others. I think that is obvious from the whole, oh, I've got a Porsche, guys, but of course it's not his Porsche. And the what you call it, 8 shower heads, etc. A need to be admired, that's obvious. An inability to empathize with others, as evidence from the way he treats people, some of the things he says, a valuing of self above others, an arrogant mentality and behavior, a mentality of either being jealous of others or believing that they are jealous of you, a belief of being entitled to whatever you want or need, and a belief that he or she can only be understood or should only associate with people in the upper echelon of their fields or social strata, which I believe is evidence from his group. Anything you say, you're banned. And it's like, you are never going to be able to see my content again because you're banned. And it's like, you really think people care that they're going to cry themselves to sleep? Somebody said, Thompson or Trump? Oh, I got to say, I would pick Trump over Thompson in anything ever. I think the guy's just, it's a close one. Don't get me wrong, but
Born.
Unbelievable. I would definitely pick Thompson. I pick Trump over Thompson. I just couldn't. I couldn't deal with that guy. Imagine if he had any actual power; it would be scary.
That actually opens the door well to our next video.
Beautiful.
Someone who is just the most annoying person to listen to, and he actually thinks he can take on Neil deGrasse Tyson. Roll that clip there, Teddy.
Worst voice ever.
Oh, mon plaisir. Why is that not coming up? That's why, because of that. Cool.
Good afternoon, lads and lassies. It's the Irish Demon here, back with another video. We have another video from Multi Dum Dum. Now, this time he has decided he's going to take on one of the best brains in science, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Without further ado, we'll get straight into it, and you guys won't believe this.
This is an open debate challenge to Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Dear Sir, I am challenging you to an open debate on a platform of your choice.
Let's see where he goes with this shit.
On the Wikipedia page about yourself, it says that you are an astrophysicist, cosmologist, planetary scientist, author, and science communicator. And your educational background is quite impressive. Harvard, University of Texas, Columbia, Princeton, etc., etc., etc. Now, due to the wonders of modern technology,
Thank you, science.
we can use video conferencing, and you can also choose a moderator of your preference. It could be anyone you like. And what makes it so interesting is that I, on the other hand, I am the complete opposite of yourself. I am just an idiot on the internet.
I honestly do not think that there are any words in any language in the entire galaxy to describe you better than that. Just an idiot on the internet.
And I'm sure you know the story of David and Goliath, Rocky Balboa, Luke Skywalker, etc., etc.
Really? No. This is not the equivalent of fucking David and Goliath. This is the equivalent of Mike Tyson kicking the shit out of a 95-year-old granny.
Now, the debate topics, if agreeable by yourself, are the following: quantum mechanics, astronomy, astrophysics in peril, contradictions in astronomy, astrophysics, NASA and other space agencies, the true Earth cosmology, overhauling the current education system, any other topic that is not mentioned above.
So basically he wants to debate him on everything. The only thing there that I think really warrants a debate is an overhaul of the education system, depending on what country you're in. Some countries have awesome education systems. Some countries have terrible education systems. That is probably the one element of that I agree that would warrant debate. I'm not really sure why you would debate that with Neil deGrasse Tyson, unless, of course, you're talking about the science element of it. And I think, yes, everyday science in schools is definitely really important, but I think the world over science is taught pretty well in school. Just because you don't particularly agree with the type of science that's taught, or if you don't understand it, that's not our fault. Again, it's not like you're bringing anything groundbreaking that warrants a debate from somebody like Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's not like you've discovered something and want to debate that thing with him. You're just rehashing old nonsense that's been fought about on YouTube for years. So why would he waste his time? I'll debate you. I'll debate you as Neil deGrasse Tyson's de facto, just like you. I'm just some idiot on the internet. So yeah, bring it on. I'll happily debate you.
On a side note, on the Wikipedia page, it says Tyson lived near the World Trade Center and was an eyewitness to the September 11, 2001 attacks. He wrote a widely circulated letter on what he saw. Footage he filmed on the day was included in the 2008 documentary film 102 Minutes That Changed America. If you don't object, we could expand on that. We could talk about that if you prefer.
I'm not really sure what he's getting at here, and it's not my place to speculate. However, if he is, like a lot of flat earthers, also a 9/11 denier, then I just simply will not give a person like that the time of day.
Then the wiki entry finishes off with the heading "Sexual Misconduct Allegations." That's quite disturbing, but if you don't want to talk about that, then that's fine. But if you accept my challenge to a debate, please contact me via the YouTube page. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, so this last part, I'm not really sure what he's getting at here. I am aware of the cases that were brought up against Neil deGrasse Tyson. So there was one back, I believe it was in the 80s, and that was a pretty serious accusation. If I do recall the details, I would just suggest look it up yourself. Then the more recent ones were less serious, and I think he kind of explained it as a misunderstanding of romantic advance, basically. What I see here is, just a standard YouTube troll saying, as I said earlier, oh, I called out Neil deGrasse Tyson and he never responded because he's a pussy, and even Neil deGrasse Tyson won't debate against me. Well, I will step in on Neil deGrasse Tyson's part and I will debate you quite happily. I'll send you a message, and if you want to debate, we'll come on, we'll debate live on the air, and we'll hash all this stuff out and see what you got to say.
Unbelievable to think
Yeah.
the guy has the nerve to call out Neil deGrasse Tyson. Holy shit.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, the thing about it, right, is, well, first of all, after that video, I'm still waiting for my Nobel Prize for Science, because I found something that is denser than osmium, and that is this guy. So I'll be waiting for my medal. That's all I'm saying. I find this guy to be just, whenever he talks, it reminds me of when I went through my basic training for my current role, and one of our seniors was like, if you couldn't get the answers out, he'd be like, come on, get it out. And if you stuttered over the answers or whatever, and that's what I find myself doing when I'm listening to his videos. I'm like, can you please just get the sentence out? My God. But the way he operates, and this whole thing with calling out Neil deGrasse Tyson, first of all, that's like walking up to Conor McGregor on the street and going, come on, let's go, you and me outside. You're going to get your ass kicked. So, and you're going to get your ass kicked. So I call this the Kent Hovind paradigm. And a lot of these guys do it. And the reason I call it the Kent Hovind paradigm is Kent Hovind, as we all know, was done for fraud and tax evasion. And what he has now is this active case against the federal government. He knows he will never win it. He can't win it, and it will never, ever get to trial. And so by having that on record, whenever anybody calls him out for his past, he's able to say, well, I'm fighting it. I'm fighting the courts. I'm going to prove myself innocent. So people go, oh, okay, well, he wouldn't be doing that unless he did believe he was innocent. And that's a similar thing here, where it's like, well, I'm so strong with my convictions about the shape of the earth. I'm calling out the biggest scientist, the most famous scientist on the planet. On the plane. Um, and because he's not responding to me, it means that they don't have an answer. So therefore, I must be right. And that seems to be what a lot of these guys do. And yeah, it drove me crazy. His videos. He made a video about me and then took it down immediately. Somebody called me and was like, "Oh, did you see the video he made about you?" And he called out Simon Dan and Fight the Flat Earth and a few others. And then he did a video about me and he took it down straight away. I'm not sure why, but he did anyway. So yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, kidding. I can't believe he had the balls to do that.
Oh, man.
I wish somebody would actually package that video up and actually send it direct to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes.
See if we can get a reaction.
The thing about it is it was mentioned to Commander Chris Hadfield about flat earthers. There's a video, I can't remember where it is, but there's a video of Chris Hadfield talking about flat earthers, and he says, I will not argue with these guys because you can beat them in an argument, but it's like mud wrestling. Mud wrestling against a pig. All you get out of it is that you're good at mud wrestling pigs, and I won't do that. But I said to him, well, I don't know if he ever heard my response video either, but I'm happy to mud wrestle pigs. I'm good with that. I'll do it for you. But yeah, calling out these big guys. It looks like, oh, he's got a lot of balls calling that guy out, but he knows full well he's never going to respond. So it just gives him that bit of like, like you pick the biggest kid in the playground to fight when you're a teenager, knowing they won't fight you back because they'll look like an asshole, and then you can go, oh, I challenged him and he won't fight me. So that's kind of what they're doing there, in my opinion.
Yeah. Anybody in the side chat got an opinion, Amy?
Yeah, let me see what we've got here. I've got one in Discord that says Ugly German Truth says you do this debating thing wrong. The flat earther clearly thinks it is done by speaking loudly into the void and not even bother to let the other side talk back.
Exactly.
And that's true. And then we had some earlier questions too. The plot hole says, Mr. Demon, what's white with a red circle in the center? No, it's your underwear from eating that hot sauce, apparently.
So that came from one of my comments where I said that after I finished eating the hot sauce, my backside would look like a Japanese flag, white with a red dot in the middle. It's pretty spot on, I gotta say. It was glowing in the dark for about 2 days after that.
Oh, wow. And then Crafty Keela says, what do you prefer to do more, content or live stream?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I do enjoy putting together created videos, but I have found of late that it's getting harder because they don't seem to be putting themselves out there quite as much. So it has been hard to do creative content. The reason I love doing live streams with other people, because you can bounce ideas off each other and go to the chat and things like that. When I do the live streams on my own, I usually just do it so I can just chat with people on the side chat and stuff, and that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I do enjoy doing both of them. If I was only ever able to do one of them, I think it would be the live chats. The Four Beardsmen, that kind of thing. These kind of shows. It's way more fun to be able to just get on and chat live with people, and yeah, it's good. It's like the way I make my videos anyway. I don't do scripts. I don't figure out what I'm going to say before I say it. I just watch the videos and I do a kind of a live response into the camera. And what you see is what you get. I very rarely re-record a section. Maybe if I missed something or said something wrong, I'd go back and correct myself. But yeah, you'll find a lot of my videos, I'm screwing around with my microphone, or I drop something in the background, or one of my dogs jumps up on my lap or something. So yeah, I like it to be very raw and that kind of live feel, and just kind of natural. Yeah.
Cool. That's something I wanted to ask you. How did you get involved with the plot hole?
That's a really good question. I might need to defer to Johnny on that one. My memory of it was Johnny has had some unbelievably good guests on his show. He's had Professor Dave. He's had Fight the Flat Earth and Team, and it's just some great people on there. And I think I was just in the side chat on one of them, and we got chatting, and then I think we got chatting in Discord, and we did a dad joke competition against each other. If I don't know if you guys can pull that video up, but we had such a good time doing that. And that's what led to me having to eat the hot sauce. And then we realized that we just had great on-screen chemistry together and with the other guys, and just went from there, really. You know, we're pretty much in touch every single day, and yeah, we get on great together and have a lot of fun. And he helped me get a lot of my stuff set up for live streaming and that kind of thing. So yeah, we just we get on really, really well, and we have a lot of fun as well. And that's the most important thing. We challenge each other. Johnny O's really he's really good at being kind of very based, and he'll ask the tough questions, and he'll you know, help you to push your own boundaries. And that's why I really enjoy doing shows with him and the other guys too.
Yeah, it shows. It shows. I really enjoy watching Plot Hole. For those of you in the chat who haven't seen it yet, you need to get over there and check it out. The Four Beardsmen of the Apocalypse, great live stream. The Plot Hole is definitely a cool channel. And yeah,
sure.
Get over there and check it out. Hit that sub. So, speaking of the Plot Hole, I think that's a good time to relive the nightmare.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to have a look and
Johnny O just sorry to jump in. Johnny O said it was the Kent Hovind video that kicked off a conversation. That's right. I did do a couple of videos about Kent. And yeah, I think you're right. Actually, that is where that came from. But anyway, yeah.
Cool. So, Taddy, can we roll the pain?
Oh yeah. Ooh. Good afternoon, lads and lassies. Irish Demon here, back with another video. Today is a recap video. I wanted to show you guys what happened to me the other night. Thanks to Johnny O over the Plot Hole, against whom I lost a bet. I had to eat a chicken wing. Not just any chicken wing, lads and lassies. A chicken wing with this stuff on it. Reaper Squeezins. Made with Carolina Reaper chilies. I believe they're the hottest chilies in the world. I don't need to tell you this, guys, but it did not go well. It was a lot of fun, but my God, did it hurt both ends. So this stuff is so strong, man. It's like... the smell brings back memories. It's 2.2 million on the Scoville scale, which I don't need to tell you is bloody hot. So yeah, without further ado, guys, I'm going to show you the highlights of my horrific mouth-burning incident that took place during the week. Anyway, guys, here goes. Oh, shit fire, man.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I know I fucking will. Oh, shit, that's too much.
No, it's never too much.
All right, guys, here goes. This is it now. I might just have to cut the stream just so you guys know. I will come back in. Stop laughing, motherfucker. Shit.
Oh, proper fight. Good job.
Oh. It's growing.
He's not talking about his penis.
It's so fucking hot.
Careful, run your eyes. Careful, run your eyes.
Oh, shit. There's a little bit more on there.
His leg is shaking.
I can't talk. There's some more on there. Oh.
There you go. Take notice, chat. That's how you handle up on a loss.
Yeah, okay, I gotta go for the milk. Ah, Jesus. It just keeps coming back.
It does. It'll be like that for about 20, 30 minutes.
How could you let me do this? My lips burn so bad, man. Oh shit. Fuck you, Johnny O.
Oh my goodness.
I just gotta dab my milk on my lips. It's coming back. This is the worst.
Sorry, chat. I didn't mean to kill the Irish demon.
This was the fucking worst idea I've ever heard. It's gone to my stomach now.
Wait till it goes to your ass.
God damn, come on, quick. Oh, it fucking burns. So fucking bad. Oh, fuck you, Johnny O. Shit. I don't know why I ever agreed to this. So as if the pain of the hot sauce wasn't bad enough, Johnny O and Mrs. Demon, who was standing right behind the camera, decided to laugh at me because I got the hiccups. Now, I tried to fight the hiccups so bad. I rather the burning mouth than the hiccups any day of the week. But they thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Sorry.
This is the worst pain ever, man. Look at the sweat. Look at the fucking sweat.
Your lips are all swollen.
My lips are swollen, you motherfucker, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit, no. Not the hiccup. Oh, fuck me. I knew this was gonna come. I was trying to, when you try to hold off the hiccups and stop laughing at me, motherfucker.
Oh, goodness.
Stop laughing at me, woman. God damn it. Oh. You're fucking walking to work tomorrow, man. Stop laughing at me. Oh, you fucking... Alright, so maybe it wasn't completely obvious from the video, but that hurt a lot. The milk kind of helped a little bit, and then I got sorbet. And that helped a little bit too, not a lot though. I mean, it did help to numb my lips a little bit because I had gotten some on my lips. Anyway, what happened next is the peer pressure of our good friend Team Skeptic, also known as Robin, came along and said that he would become a channel member, which you can also do for as little as a couple of bucks a month, or my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. May as well just plug that while I have the chance. He said that he would become a channel member if I did another wing. Now, I had no intention of doing that, but I said, screw it. Never mind the channel member stuff. I'm going to get them to do a Vegemite challenge. So by them doing the Vegemite challenge, I said, all right, let's do a second wing. That was a terrible idea because I put about twice as much Reaper Squeezins on the second one as I did on the first one. Anyway, here it goes. You realize you laughing is making it worse. Team Skeptic said if you do it again, I'll become a channel member. You gotta be kidding me. That's some peer pressure right there, motherfucker. Go get me another chicken wing.
Are you actually sure?
Yeah, get me another one. If I do this, you motherfuckers better hit the like button. Oh, shit. Alright, I'll make a deal with you, Team Skeptic. Never mind the channel member. Oh, fuck me dead, man. It's getting worse. If I do this, Team Skeptic and Johnny O have to do the what's it called? Vegemite challenge.
Vegemite. Uh-oh. What is Vegemite again? Remind me.
It's
horse's ass, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, fucking hell. Do we have a deal? Team Skeptic? Mrs. Demon's got another chicken wing. You've got to do the Vegemite challenge. No, bullshit.
I'm actually concerned for your welfare right now.
I know, I'm fucking sweating. All right, here goes. Last one. I'm fucking, this is it. It went on my lip.
nose.
So, guys, that's what happens when you eat one of the hottest chili sauces on the market.
Man,
Oh my
holy
God.
mackerel. You
I just
look like you
relived
were
that all. You know, the worst thing about it is, obviously the heat in your mouth is like I can't even begin to describe it. But what actually makes it worse, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in trouble and got pepper sprayed before, but it's like getting pepper sprayed because when you breathe in the fumes and it makes you cough and it makes it worse. So after this, I was in an ice cold bath, pouring just cold water over my head and like drinking cold water and milk. Oh, it was a rough night, I can tell you. It was bloody rough.
How long did it actually take for it to stop?
The initial heavy burn, like the really, really hot burn, after about 40 minutes, it started to kind of subside a bit, but then my mouth was just numb and sore and red. And then, everything kind of gathered up in the stomach region and decided to destroy everything the whole way down. And it was a rough night. It was a really rough night. And see, the thing is, right, in the original video, I put some on the wing and I showed it to the camera to prove I'd done it. And Johnny was like, "Oh, that just looks like you put a little bit of ketchup on there." So then, of course, me being me, I started dumping the sauce on it. And I could see Mrs. Demon in the background shaking her head like, "Don't do that." But I did. And it was so bad. It was really bad.
Well, I got to give you kudos. You manned up and you took the heat.
Oh, I took the heat, all right. That's for sure. I'll never forget it. I leave it up there. It's slowly burning a hole in my well, besides my underpants, but on my counter behind me here. It just reminds me never. Like, I've been injured so many times for people saying like, "I bet you can't do that." And I'm like, "I bet you I can," and then I end up in an ambulance. That's happened about 4 times.
So you got to get that shipped off to your brother, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna when I go back to Ireland, I'm gonna bring it with me and get him to have some of it. Sorry, I just need to plug in my charger.
Yeah, no worries.
I didn't realize I had plugged out. Sorry about that.
I'd like to see Johnny O do the death nut.
The what?
The death nut.
What's that?
Well, it's like a tube with 5 nuts in it, like hazelnuts or peanuts or something, and they vary in heat. And when you start off the first one, you're like at 1 million Scoville, but by the time you get to number 5, you're at like 9 million Scoville.
Oh my God! Like Johnny O, I know he likes really hot stuff, so he should be okay.
But
it'll probably kill me, but
the challenge is once you eat it, you can't have any water, any milk, and you gotta fucking hold off for 5 minutes.
Oh no way!
Any kind of milk or water.
My brother, my oldest brother, the guy that likes the hot stuff, he's an ex-firefighter, and he's one of the senior paramedics in Ireland. Party event not long before I moved here, where they had to eat really, really hot chicken wings, and he had just gotten a brand new BMW, his pride and joy, and he wouldn't even let me touch it getting into the car. I had to like sit on plastic almost. He was that protective. And he was so sick after doing the hot wing challenge. He handed me the keys. He was like, you have to drive me home. I can't drive. And I was like, I've got to take you for chicken wings more often. I get to drive the pretty car when I bring him for chicken wings. But but I think that stuff would kill him.
That's cool. And Amy, I saw that we had a couple of super chats and some questions in the side chat.
Oh, we did. We have 2 super chats. The first one from Godless Scummer for £5 says, "Hi, Irish Demon. I view it as an accomplishment to get blocked by Nathan Thompson in your live chat."
Yes, it is. It was really funny. He came into, I had a really great guest on a few weeks back, Seth Mishler. He is a cousin of Trevor, the guy that Nathan basically constantly is taking advantage of. So Nathan got in the chat and he started blocking people on my chat. I was like, you realize you're on my chat. Like I can just unblock those people. And he got super triggered, but he's blocked me on Instagram, all of my soccer accounts. You know what I mean? So that's an achievement. That's a great achievement.
That's a great one. And then the second one was from Crafty Keela for €2. She says Irish Demon equals lightweight. And then she's got some laughing faces on
Oh,
there.
really? Oh, really, Crafty Tina? Okay, all right. Well, you realize you've just now thrown down the gauntlet, right? I mean, that
Yeah,
you've
oh.
done it now. So when I come back to Ireland, hopefully next year, I'm bringing this Reaper Squeezins with me for my brother, and I expect you to eat some of this Reaper Squeezins if I'm such a lightweight. The gauntlet is now down, Crafty Keela.
Ooh, Crafty, you've done it now.
You're going to regret that one. You can't back out now.
That's right.
You got anything else?
Yes, please. We had one from Brainless Steel. He says maybe Dum Dum will be in the Sensible live stream. Will the demon be there for
In
Mr.
the-
Sensible's live stream?
Is he? Will Multi Dum Dum be in there?
That's what they're thinking. Maybe.
If he's there, I'm there. I'd love to have a chat with him. That'd be interesting.
Well, you gotta let us know because I will miss that for sure.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that. I'm just waiting for him to call me dishonest, as he always says. They're dishonest. Oh, his voice goes through my head. But yeah, I would definitely be down for that if he wants to have a chat with me. I'd love that. Be great.
Cool. And speaking of live streams, you've got a really big 24-hour charity stream coming up.
We sure
Why don't
do.
you tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a charity stream. It was just a spur of the moment thing. We were doing a live stream a couple of weeks ago, and somebody just wondered what is the world record for the longest YouTube stream. So we decided we're going to break this world record. That's the plan. The four beardsmen and associates. So we decided we would do a test stream of just 24 hours for a charity. So we were trying to figure out what charity to go with, and we've got a lot of friends in the community who are members of the LGBTQ plus community, and we realized that at the moment charities are really struggling because a lot of people are out of work and all of that kind of stuff. And so the charity we're looking at is the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project's a nonprofit organization that was set up in around the late 90s for to help the LGBT community, people that were suffering from mental health issues as a result of coming out to their family or just internal struggles and things like that. LGBTQ plus people, they do still in this world unfortunately have to put up with an awful lot of issues that the rest of us don't have to put up with, a lot of stigma, and in certain countries you can be killed for being gay, you can be killed for being trans, so this charity reaches out to people and gives them the help that a lot of people do need. So we chose that charity, and so the way it's going to work, basically, we'll do the 24-hour stream. I'm up first, followed by PhD Tony. We're going to do 6 hours each. Then Johnny O from the Plot Hole and JL Warren is going to do the last slot, and we'll get a bunch of people on. So it's going to be great. The plan is we're each going to do some giveaways. I'm going to try to give away some T-shirts, and Johnny O's got some great CDs and stuff, and we'll see what else we can find. So on the day, all donations, if anybody wants to, our target I think would be maybe even just $1,000 or something. And basically on the day, if anybody does want to donate, they can do it through the Plot Holes PayPal account, and any super chats that come in on the day, I'm going to put that towards giveaways for future streams. My goal, one of my aims from this, there's a lot of negativity in this community by virtue of the fact of what we deal with in terms of the kind of individuals that we debunk. So I thought, why not inject a bit of positivity back into it? And once a month, I'm going to try to do a charity stream, maybe 2 or 3 hour charity stream, do some giveaways, and we'll be looking at all different types of charities right across the spectrum, and we'll be taking anybody that's interested in a charity in particular can put that forward for us to do a charity stream for. So that's the plan. So any super chats that come in over the 24-hour live stream, I'm going to keep that money aside and put it towards giveaways. So that's the plan. So we can try to do that once a month, all going well.
That's great. That's awesome. It's so good to see creators actually doing something to give back to the community. You
It's
know, I think
yeah,
more of that needs to
a thing.
happen.
That's one thing about this community. People really do support each other. You see the likes of Red's Rhetoric is a great example. He's awesome for doing charity stuff and helping out members of the community. And I figured more of that positivity, just to inject that back into, the community and to essentially invest in people,
Yeah.
in education and disability services, all of that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the plan. Once a month is the goal, to do a giveaway stream and like a charity stream, and hopefully that can grow and get bigger and bigger as hopefully my channel and the guys' channels grow, and we can do more for our global community.
Awesome. Well, I'm hoping I get a chance to come on to the stream.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna keeping an eye out for an opening, and if I can, I will. I think the shows are going to be on as well, right, Amy?
Yeah, I'm not sure who you guys are coming on with, but absolutely, we're gung ho to have as many awesome creators and members of the community on as possible. But yeah, we'll put up on if you guys want to check out my Discord. I don't know if Johnny O can put a link in there maybe to the Discord, but we are going to have our time slots up, and we're going to have Conspiracy Cats on and a few other people as well. So we've a whole 24 hours to fit people in. So we'll get everybody in. So it'll be great.
Awesome. And I highly recommend everybody in the chat, pass it on to your friends, pass it on to anyone else you know in the community. Let's all get in there and help out this stream. It's for a good cause, and let's show our support. So please, 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 if you can make it at all, do join, please. This is going to be a really awesome stream.
Absolutely.
And with that, I would like to maybe just kind of get ready to kind of close things out here. I've got a small little list of what I call quick fire questions.
Sure thing.
To kind of finish up with and kind of give us a little bit of an insight into the Irish team. So, you ready?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Cats, dogs, or dragons?
Dragons.
Cool. Burgers or pasties?
Burgers.
Cool. Whiskey or beer?
Whiskey all day.
Cool. Pop, rock, jazz, or blues?
Blues.
Awesome. I'm into blues myself.
Oh yeah.
Horror, action, drama, or comedy?
Ooh, action.
Yeah. Cool. I knew you were going to say that.
Horror movies scare me way too much. Johnny O and JL love to mock me about that. I can't watch horror movies. They creep me out.
Yeah, same here. Same here. SpaceX or Blue Origin?
SpaceX. Although Blue Origin, like I'm a major space nerd, Blue Origin is the most likely one to get somebody like me who could never really be an astronaut into space at some stage. But I love SpaceX. I love Tesla and SpaceX. So yeah, I think SpaceX overall.
Yeah, I agree. Now, be careful with this next one.
Ooh.
Johnny O, JL Truth, or PhD Tony?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I know I'm in Australia, but I think I'll have to plead the fifth on that one.
Okay.
In terms of sheer intelligence, PhD Tony brings so much to the community that it's hard to look past that. So I think by a slim margin, purely just on just his incredible intellect, it would have to be PhD Tony there. But I love those other guys too. They're awesome.
Oh yeah, I love them too. They're great. Okay, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Brian Cox, or Carl Sagan?
I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think he's a great science communicator. Yeah, I think it would be Neil. Yeah.
Cool. Two more to go.
Sure.
Person you would most like to meet?
I don't want to sound too much like a fanboy, but I am a huge Elon Musk fan. I just think he's an amazing human being, and he's done so much for humanity that yeah, I think Elon Musk.
Okay, I would kind of agree. I'd love to meet the guy.
He's amazing.
And the last one, what is number one on your bucket list?
Number one on my bucket list is to go to space at some stage. That is one of my ambitions for sure.
Awesome. Well, that just about wraps it up.
Thank you so
just want to, Yeah, it's been great having you here, man. I really had fun tonight.
Really enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I loved seeing you cry over those wings, man. It was cool.
I'm almost re-crying thinking about it. I can feel it all over my shoulder.
Cool. So, Amy, got any last minute questions or comments?
No, nothing so far, but that was an excellent show. That was a lot of fun.
Awesome. I agree. Taddy, got anything you'd like to add?
Oh no, just if you've no checked out Irish Demon yet, then dear God, what the hell he's doing? Get over there and sub, man. And I can only agree, whiskey for the win. Hell yeah.
Absolutely, I've got a whole shelf of it here.
Oh, I'm coming to visit.
But the real question there is Scotch or Irish?
Ooh.
Oh, once again.
Or newer player in the game, Japanese whiskey has really caught my attention lately. But I don't know, it's got to be Irish.
I'll make it plain. It has to come from an island, and that island has to be called Isla.
Oh, that made it so much easier.
Oh yeah.
Translation, please.
Well, put it this way: there's a wee island off the west coast of Scotland. It's what, maybe 8 miles in total square area wise. On that you have 8 distilleries.
Oh jeez.
And
Wow.
the
A lot
whiskey,
of it to do with
the water, man.
springs.
Yeah, the water there is
Yeah,
just gorgeous, man.
There's a brand from there. It's considered one of the best in the world. Gordon and MacPhail, I think it is. It's considered like premium Scotch. It's like 20 grand a bottle or something crazy
God,
like that.
aye. Oh God, I know.
And the Bruichladdich, I think, is the other one.
Bruichladdich, yes. Bruichladdich is.
That's got to be a really nice blue bottle. I've got to get a bottle of that when I go. I've got a lot of family in Scotland, so the next time I go back, I'll have to get some and stick it up in the background there for sure.
Oh dear God, aye, man. Bruichladdich is absolutely fantastic. That and Lafroig.
Oh, Lafroig, yeah, I've had Lafroig before. It's in a little stubby bottle. It kind of looks like a Jameson bottle, actually.
It does.
Lafroig.
Looks
Little-
very much.
little
Very
white
much.
Jameson bottle.
Yeah.
It's got a white what you call it, a white label on it, I think. If I remember correctly, my dad's got quite the collection. So
Oh yes, well, it's a very good memory you've got there. But that's my sort of like my cooking whiskey, if you will.
I've got somebody gave me a nice Scotch the other day, actually. Oh yeah, I've got this one, Singleton. It's a beautiful single malt Scotch.
Yes, Singleton is a nice one.
Not expensive or anything. It's it comes from a place called Dufftown. Really good.
Yep.
I'll have a little dram to close out.
Cool.
I'll join with that one.
Just like to remind everybody in the chat to head on over to Irish Demon's channel. Make sure you check out his stuff, sub, hit that bell for notifications. He puts out some really great content. You won't regret it. We'll put a link in the side chat so you guys can head on over there. The videos you saw tonight were edited down for in the interest of saving some time. So I highly encourage you to head over and check out the full length versions. They're great videos, and there's a ton more. So with that, I just want to say thanks, Irish, for coming out. It's been
My pleasure.
having you here, and I hope we can have you back here again soon.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I look forward to it. I love these kind of shows, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you guys having me on and having a bit of fun and having a laugh. It's always good to start off a weekend on a really good footing like that, and makes you feel good going into the weekend with all that's going on in the world. It's great to be able to get online and have a laugh with some great people and have a good time. So I really look forward to the next one, and I'll have a drink for you all. Sláinte.
Sláinte.
And also, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you, Amy, for helping us out on the side chat. Always wonderful to have you here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Patty,
much.
for keeping everything running and making this stream happen.
Oh, no worries. Touch and go for a bit there, but yep, we made it, mate. No problem. Absolute pleasure as always, mate. Thanks for having me on.
So that's about all for today, folks. Thank you very much for coming out and watching. Make sure you head on over to my channel, Steaming Cup of Reason, where I'll be posting last week's Mega Mirror with Craft Tequila. And then next time I'll be uploading this one so you can catch up on the Mega Mirrors that you've missed. So with that, thanks all for coming out, and we'll catch you again on the Mega Mirror Live.